People are making a lot of passive income in crypto with these daily ROI projects. And in this video, I'll break down 8 of these DeFi passive income projects. And we'll look at their profit potential so you can determine if one or all of them could be your ticket to financial freedom. Or, you know what, maybe I think these are all like shallow, visionless marketing scams that are forked from something that made money one time.
Could be risky, very risky.
Stick around till the end to find out, and subscribe with notifications if you like my crypto videos. So everyone basically wants to invest the equivalent of belly button lint and turn it into $1 million by next week. And that's why we're all in crypto and not your grandma's high yield savings account.
Fuck you all!
We've all seen what happens to most ohm forks with ridiculous APYs after just a few days or weeks. So it's natural that a lot of investors who were burned by those types of projects are looking for long-term sustainability now. Because, I mean, like, they're tired of checking the charts every 5 minutes to see if they've been rugged yet.
I'm so fucking tired.
So the interesting thing about some of these daily ROI projects is that they've combined the node concept of locking your money up forever and taxing everything you do with referral systems. So referral programs are interesting because they enable that belly button lint that you invested initially to grow at an exponential rate without any additional capital from you personally.
Hell yeah!
Almost every major company has some type of referral system in place. Amazon's one, and I mean, like, we're so grateful for Amazon's all-seeing eye. But then other companies with referral systems like Plexus and Herbalife, those are just multi-level marketing schemes or pyramid schemes. And that is just super dirty, right? Like, we won't touch that. So time out real quick. I'm about to talk about referral systems. And I personally don't care if they are labeled as pyramid schemes or multi-level marketing. I don't care. And here's why. And it's really simple. If they make money legally, then I want to know how, because I want to make money. So if you're watching this video at this point and you know that you get triggered when capitalists talk about making money, or you had a little mini stroke when your aunt called you out of the blue and offered you some Plexus cream because you pulled your back while you were climbing up on your high horse, then you might want to skip this video, because I'm going to talk about some stuff that puts your aunt's entire operation to shame, like some degen, dirty referral system stuff. The first project I'm covering is Drip, and this is probably the project that most of the YouTube influencers out there that talk about crypto make the majority of their returns from. Drip is a Binance Smart Chain token, and it takes 1 drip and a buddy's wallet address to get started. They claim to be the only deflationary daily ROI project, but crypto changes all the time. I like Drip as a crypto passive income option because it's been around for a long time and it turns out a smooth 1% daily ROI. So 1% daily means that if you invest $5,000 in Drip token up front, then you'll receive $50 worth of Drip token every day if price remains constant. So once you deposit that money, once you deposit that drip and it starts producing a return, you can't just withdraw it whenever you want. It's locked up. You can't withdraw the money that you deposit initially. The smart contract works by paying you that daily return up to a max of 365%. Not including the taxes and fees. Where it gets interesting is when you start to compound your earnings back into the project, which creates an exponential effect on your returns and causes the max return potential to increase with each new deposit. In addition to the compounding effect, Drip has a referral system that rewards investors for growing the project. In terms of ROI, the referral system is huge because it enables investors to get started with a small out-of-pocket initial investment and then explode the ROI as a percentage of the initial investment. Because your personal contribution never has to increase, but your returns continue to grow beyond the expected 1% daily return. And it snowballs as your referrals start depositing Drip and then their referrals start doing the same, and so on. All the way up to 15 levels deep in the downline. And just to scratch the surface on the Drip referral system, here's some context. If you only had 1 level in your downline with 10 direct referrals, and each one compounded 0.1 drip per day, or about $10 after taxes if drip is trading at $100. Then you would collect the equivalent of an additional $10 per day for doing nothing. And then even beyond this, drip has the concept of this team wallet, which opens up bonus referral rewards even beyond what you can get with the direct referral rewards. The last way that you can boost your earnings and earn even more without any more initial out-of-pocket investment is through airdrops from your upline. Now, like these airdrops could be something that comes out on a schedule, or they could be something that just comes totally randomly, and it all really just depends on your buddy. So that's 4 different ways that you can make money from the drip project: earning 1% a day, compounding, referrals, and airdrops. So I'm building an app that will help you plan your strategy for drip by helping you understand what your ROI could be considering all these factors, including the referral system. And I'm planning to introduce new projects and really build this app into something that's super useful for the DeFi community. So if you're interested in getting early beta access to my app, then go ahead and like this video and comment below with the words beta access in your comment. And if you use my buddy address to get started with drip, if that's what you choose to do, then it would help the development of this app, and it would also help this channel, and it might be a benefit to you as well.
We do that now.
Next on the list is Drip Garden, where investors can earn 3% per day, which is absolutely insane. And it's important to mention that this project is linked to the original Drip project that we just talked about in a really important way. Drip Garden is a gamified liquidity pool based on the Drip BUSD pair, and it exists to support the overall health of the drip ecosystem. The gamification comes in the form of plants and seeds. You buy plants and that investment is tied up forever, just like in drip, but those plants go on to produce seeds, and then you can either cash out those seeds or you can reinvest them into more plants to produce more seeds. Drip Garden launched in December 2021, and it's cranking out consistent returns today. Now, if you've never invested in liquidity pools, it's gonna be a little tricky and maybe confusing the first time that you do it, but so it's not like as straightforward as investing in drip through the drip faucet. This is just sort of a high level video of multiple different projects, but if you wanna see in detail, maybe like a tutorial on how to invest in a certain project, just let me know in the comments below. The Drip Garden also has a referral system, though it's not as elaborate as Drip's. For Drip Garden, you get 3% of the new capital deposited by your referrals. And my referral link for Drip Garden is in the description too.
I got you, homie.
The next project is My Diamond Team. Like Drip, My Diamond Team is a Binance Smart Chain daily ROI project, but there are some key differences. My Diamond Team is pretty upfront and direct about the fact that this project is really an experiment in economic socialism. Now, they don't explicitly state it in those terms, but you can go read their white paper and you can see the language about how, it's a community-based project, and there are no additional sources of funding within the project, and how this is supported by members for the benefit of all members, really driving home the, we're all gonna make it religious movement. Now, they have a more aggressive reward system than Drip that pays out 1.5% daily. And it's also important to note that My Diamond Team pays rewards in BNB, not a custom token like Drip. The rewards system is set up to pay a 5% commission on deposits by direct referrals, and then a matching commission on daily income from the downline every time they make a withdrawal. And that's up to 15 levels, just like with Drip. And these matching commissions follow a tiered payout structure from 10% to 5% based on your referrals downline. So, people are making a lot of money from this project, and they're spinning up a new project called Piston, which I'll talk about next. The Piston project is the My Diamond Team devs move to really be more like Drip. You need a referrer to get started, just like with Drip's buddy address. So that's what you can do, but don't you want to know why? At the time of this recording, the white paper for My Diamond Team doesn't provide any context for what the actual purpose of the project is, other than it's an experiment in economic socialism using crypto. And Piston has no white paper or explanation other than they're trying to compete with Drip. The marketing collateral that exists is not a document for investors, it is a superficial document that covers basic tokenomics. The tokenomics are more clear than the underlying purpose and real world utility of the project. And that's something that I would really like to see, projects like My Diamond Team, Piston, Drip, and others come out and do a better job of communicating in the future. Really come out with some firm messaging that will satisfy the questions that serious investors have around the long-term viability of their projects. So Piston is different in a couple of ways. One is that you can withdraw your initial deposit within 7 days of making that deposit. Now you still get taxed, so it's really more like a return policy with a restocking fee for impulse buyers. Again, another sign of who they are targeting with this launch. And it's impulse buyers, it's gamblers that are ready to throw $100 at anything and just see what happens. Unsolicited advice to the Piston dev team: spend a little bit of time telling your story and talking about your project's purpose and utility and vision, and you'll go on to attract investors with deeper pockets. This same message applies to all the projects that I'm covering in this video, by the way. Lastly, this project will be different from Drip in that you won't have to hold a governance token like BREAP in order to unlock your downline. Instead, your downline is going to be unlocked by the USD value of the Piston tokens that you hold. And so it's this dollar value that unlocks the 15 levels of referrals. And Piston advertises a 5% direct referral commission. There's a short video circulating Telegram or Twitter, and you can go dig for that if you want to understand more about the tokenomics behind Piston. I just don't see this being sustainable. It seems super scammy. And the My Diamond Team project that pays out in BNB could very easily just be a honeypot that's used to build trust with the community before switching to Piston, where they have their own token and access to a larger pool from which they can rug. Hey, prove me wrong. I'm out on this one.
Yo, man, relax.
Next is BUSD Machine, and BUSD Machine is another small daily ROI project based on the Binance Smart Chain that returns 2% daily on staked BUSD in the form of their BMT token. And then they have the option to go to the next phase and stake BMT to earn a 4% daily ROI in the form of additional BMT tokens. So that means if I stake $1,000 worth of BUSD, then 1 week later, I'd have 140 BMT. BMT is worth about 50 cents right now, so that's about $70 in a week. Now, if I take that BMT and I stake it at the 4% rate, I'd have an additional 40 BMT 7 days later. So in total, after 2 weeks with an initial deposit of $1,000 worth of BUSD and only staking the 140 BMT rewards from the first week, I'd have 320 BMT. And if price stayed the same, I could cash out for $160.
Nice.
The white paper is pretty terrible, and it doesn't tell us what the vision of the team is. It just goes on to tell us that the project's purpose is to produce a return for its investors. So, really new investors can just assume that this is another experiment in economic socialism, which is pretty common in this daily ROI space. Also, features like the referral system, which are integral to the success of projects like this, aren't even explained in the white paper, but instead in a tiny little section on the bottom of their homepage. So if investors want to understand how the project works, they really have to go dig through Telegram. BUSD Machine is on version 2 of their contract, which went live not too long ago. And it was done for the purpose of addressing some problems that would inhibit growth and sustainability of their project by making some key variables configurable, like the rewards rate. So with BUSD Machine, when you stake BUSD to mint BMT, it's locked up. You can't withdraw it, just like with Drip. And you have to go through the break-even period and by claiming and selling the BMT token that you earned. You can also go straight to PancakeSwap and buy BMT directly from there, and then go and stake it for that 4% return and then you can unstake the BMT rewards after the 7-day lockup period. The price of BMT is pretty low right now relative to its short history, so make your own decision on that. They have a 3-tier referral system where the first level in your downline will earn you 3% returns on their deposits, and the second level earns you 2% of their deposits, and then the third level earns you 1% of their deposits. My assumption here is that the rewards are based on BUSD staked and not staked BMT because the rewards are paid out in BUSD. But that'd be a great thing to have in a white paper. So their homepage warns, always do your own research. And like to the BUSD team, I'm trying, guys, but your weak white paper doesn't make it easy for new investors to figure out what's going on with your project. Details are obfuscated in Telegram, and there's different information on your homepage than in your white paper. There are lots of investors like me who will take a look at your project and then just move on because there's simply not enough information compared to what other similar projects are publishing, and that information is what builds trust. I don't have time to dig for answers and then wait for some guy to reply to a Telegram message that just gets buried. I've got to move on if I can't assess risk to reward. That said, I'm watching the contract value of version 2, and I'm invested very small across a couple of different wallets just to see what happens. And everything's working well so far. 4% is crazy, so I'm really happy to see the introduction of this variable or this configurable rate into the version 2 smart contract. If this video helps you guys compare these different projects, then a friendly thing to do is to just hit the like button so more people will end up seeing this video.
Meanwhile,
Next is Fire BUSD, and this is the exact same as BUSD Machine without the new changes and updates that BUSD Machine made in their version 2 contract, and with a slightly different referral system. I don't really have anything else to say about this one. Nice website. You got some YouTube promoters, but one of them took down the video. Matic Staker is a daily ROI platform that claims to allow you to earn up to 20% on staked Matic. This project is based on the Polygon network, and rewards are paid out in Matic based on the rate that's associated with the plan that you select when you make your initial deposit. Like other similar projects, there is no defined purpose, mission, or vision associated with Matic Staker. It appears to simply exist as another experiment in economic socialism. Of course, that doesn't mean that you can't make any money with this project. Actually, the contract value just exceeded $4 million, which is a huge milestone for Matic Staker. And also it's got a growing investor base. Just stating the obvious, and something that most of you understand who have been in crypto for a while, is that these projects that I'm covering, most of them, they're cannibalistic, which means, not all gonna make it, just according to math long term. Right now, everyone's happy just to dismiss their money into one of these smart contracts and, just hope that they're not the last one left trying to get out. And rather than looking at this like a negative thing, I'm applying some basic risk management strategies just to reduce the risk to my overall portfolio to acceptable levels. And I'll talk more about that at the end of the video. So the Matic Staker contract was audited by Haze Crypto, which is apparently a discount marketing agency that also audits smart contracts. And Haze Crypto seems to be used widely by new projects because they kind of do everything from, staff augmentation for things like Discord moderation to social media management to other types of marketing to, contract audits. In fact, if you pay attention, you'll see the same moderators across different Discord servers helping competing projects. Matic Staker has two types of plans. They have locked plans and unlocked plans. With their locked plans, your rewards are locked up until the end of that plan's term. So if you're in a 28-day locked plan, then that means that your rewards will continue to accrue for that 28 days on an auto compounding basis. And then at the end of that term, you can withdraw your rewards. With their unlocked plans, you can withdraw your rewards at any time and just pay the 10% tax. Matic Staker has a 3-tier referral system that pays you 5% of the level 1 referrals deposits, and it pays you 2.5% of the level 2 referral deposits, and then it pays you 0.5% of the level 3 referral deposits. I've got a little bit invested in this project and others that I'm talking about in this video. So if you see one and you want to get started, if you use my referral link that's in the description, then I'll get a referral commission when you deposit money. And that would help me fund the channel and also help me show everyone how these referral systems work or don't work. There's nothing wrong with sitting on the sidelines and just watching them. And the last project is Stable One. Stable One is a daily ROI project based on the Polygon network that pays rewards in Matic at a rate of 7% per day for 30 days. They have a 5-tier referral reward program that creates an opportunity for you to earn 10.5% from each referral across the 5 tiers. Stable One recently released version 2 of their smart contract, which was audited by Hayes Crypto. They've made lots of moves recently, including launching their new NFT project called Dragon Den. And in the Dragon Den, you can mint Dragon NFTs that serve as an accelerator to boost your Matic rewards. And Stable One recently formally became a DAO, or decentralized autonomous organization, with the launch of their governance token called sRocket. The Dragon NFTs are actually more than just static accelerators like you might find with, strong node NFTs or something like that. The Dragon NFTs provide rewards on a dynamic scale that incentivizes holding and compounding over a longer term. The Dragon Den and sRocket white papers are way better than the Stable One white paper, and it's all way too much to cover in this video. But the takeaway is that owning and holding sRocket tokens will unlock the opportunity for you to receive daily Matic rewards in the form of profit sharing distributions. In a recent AMA with Ray, the founder, he mentioned that there are some plans that involve real nodes. And this might be something that will add some much needed utility to the Polygon network and also set Stable One apart from forks and competition. I mean, I'll take pretty much anything when it comes to utility at this point. As a side note, Ray sounds like a good dude. From the 1.5 hour AMA that I listened to, he sounded like he was intelligent. He sounded like he was very protective of his community. And he also had a good temperament. Ray, if you happen to come across this video on my tiny channel, I am inviting you to come and do an AMA with me so we can learn more about what your vision is for this project. In a previous video, I said I don't care about all the fluff as long as the tokenomics make sense and I can get my initial investment out quickly. But as I've gained experience in crypto, utility has weighed more and more on my decision-making process. So my strategy for these projects is to recoup 50% of my initial investment by claiming rewards. Then once I've got half my money back, I'll start compounding 50% and claiming 50% every day until I've got 100% of my initial investment. After that, I'm compounding 100% of my rewards. You've got to take profits. And I learned this during the great, Ohm Fork rug season of 2021. And when I say you, understand that I'm using that word generally as I sort of try and introspectively describe my thought process. So don't do anything based on what you hear in a YouTube video. I don't do investment advice. I mean, we're talking about giving strangers your money for a chance that you'll get it back with a profit on top. So take your money and run early so you can enjoy the ride later and not be stressed the whole time. So here's what I think about these projects, if you couldn't guess. They're experiments. They don't have any real world utility outside of their relatively small sphere of participants. So in my opinion, these are cool mathematical experiments propped up by people who are willing to take some risk for short-term gains. Personally, I like these projects because of the accelerated upside potential made possible through compounding and the referral system. Specifically, I think these referral systems are a great way to prolong the life of the project and give you a better chance of at least realizing break-even returns. And they enable a higher potential return with a lower initial investment. So I'm looking to get into these with a relatively small initial investment compared to the rest of my portfolio. Then get to break-even as quickly as possible by leveraging the referral systems. And once I'm at break-even, I'll start compounding 100% and I'll do a ton of airdrops to my downline so we can all profit together. If this is something that you want to be a part of with me, then use my referral links in the description to sign up. Good luck, and click the notification bell if you want an alert when I release new videos.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't